hopefully form a little bit of a better time whenever as we're going through it. um, but you know, going through those videos now, again, it really depends on the game, right? I might see it for like open world games because there's some stuff in open world games. As someone who likes to do like a bunch of it and likes to do like as many objectives as possible, I guess. There's some stuff that is really dumb that you wouldn't really think of, right? Like I can't think of an example right now, so that's like a really good thing for me to bring up. But I don't know. And I don't know why this example is coming up in my head, but something is telling me to say it. In the what was the Dead Horde game where you ride a motorcycle around? That game, you collect years. I think years of zombies or something are currency. And so like a 10 things you would wish you knew would be like, don't spend the years on this upgrade that you think would be good because it's actually shit. Spend it on like this instead. And there's a certain level of min-maxing that then things stop becoming enjoyable. But personally, I like to not have my time wasted. I don't know if that's like a controversial take. I don't know if there's a lot of people out there who just simply love it whenever they put time into something and it's just entirely gone. But I especially whenever it comes to upgrades of things that might be a little bit long-winded, right? I kind of just want to know, all right, what do I need to do? I remember whenever I started, picking up Borderlands 1 or 2 again, not 1, but maybe 2, I was just like, just give me the best build. It was 3, actually. It was 3. So this was like a year after it had come out, and I was in a little bit of a lull between games, and so I was like, okay, what would be fun? And I had a hankering for Borderlands 3. And so I went and played that, but I was like, I don't want to waste my time with a build that's, not going to get me anywhere. And again, not necessarily that you need to do the absolute best possible every time. But, I didn't want to waste a lot of time just... There's a lot of enemy respawning things in the Borderlands games that I find a little, corroded. And therefore I want to have, a little bit more fun doing the missions and leveling up in a good manner, or at least having a good build, and so that the enemies constantly respawning isn't really a problem for me, such as the Masher and Iridium Promontory combo. But there is something to be said about, having that and then being like, when you reach this guy, make sure to get this legendary and stuff like that. It brings a little bit of fun depending on what you're looking for out of the game, right? If it's your first time playing something, maybe it's not something you'd wish to... Oh, here's another example. Whenever I played the... I don't know why I'm thinking Dead Space 3. It's definitely not it. Souls? Dark Souls, thank you. Dark Souls 3. Whenever I played that for the first time, I knew I wasn't going to be playing that game multiple times, okay? I just wanted to get through every boss once. I wanted to experience the game. And I knew I wasn't going to be one of the players that, next time I'm going to try a magic build. Next time I'm going to try a dex build. I was just a cookie cutter, shield and sword, and just, put my head into everything, right? I think the boss I struggled the most with in that game was the Thunder Lord, or whatever, the guy who lives in the clouds. That guy was pretty, ooh, I almost exited the game. I'm talking too much. The guy who lives in the clouds, right? The Lightning Knight or something. He rides a dragon. That's kind of cool. That's the guy I struggled most with. But otherwise, I followed a guide of sorts that was just like, if you're in this area, make sure to pick this item up. And it's just so I had it. It's just so I had it in my inventory, just so I didn't have to then find. Because, look, exploration for me in games is fun to a certain degree, right? A game that didn't resonate with me, for example, that has an exploration element that, just didn't do it for me was the new Doom games. It has a great exploration system, right? The maps are really well developed, and they're done with the sense that, there's going to be a lot of backtracking. I hate backtracking in games, okay? I want my experience to be very fluid. And so I because I didn't grow up on like Metroid or anything like that, right? Like I skipped a lot of the Sega games, and like Genesis and NES and shit like that. I simply didn't play a whole lot of it, which means that my tolerance for going back and doing things has thinned out over the years, which simply means I play games a little bit differently. And so yeah, again, not all games are made equal. Like I've been having a lot of fun with this series, like discovering things for the first time and making my own build. But if I'm playing Diablo, for example, I'm very much a look up the build kind of guy. Okay. Hold. Okay, that's very rude of you. This is gonna make me very sad. Oh shit. Okay. No. Okay. Well, this might be our first death here. Hold on. Nox, give me a little bit of health. Oh my god, they home. They home now? Okay, I was just yapping too much. Do we have any healing pods? We don't. Okay. Alright. We can do this. Let's go. No. What do I... My magic, it's all gone. My mana has been depleted. Oh, what? Oh my god. What was that guy doing there? Doesn't he know that's my safe place? What the fuck? He didn't even ask for permission to get in. He just fucking came knocking. You better not come up here, brother. Oh, yes, sick. All right. Jesus. That was scary, man. Whew. What are we doing here? Can we just go down here? We can't, right? It like blocks us from walking at some point. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, right here. So we just jump over this easily. Yeah. Okay. Look, gaming is an ever-evolving form of doing things. You guys like indie games? I think they're the good quality these days. Is that a hot take? Would everybody... You guys see how Ubisoft is blaming gamers for their game company failing? Because they're just making bad choices? Because Star Wars Outlaw didn't sell as much as they were hoping for? I don't want to pick this shit up, and now this is going to be always here. Put me in the corner, man. You know, they have like, what was it? 24,000 employees or some shit like that? Making like 5 AAA games, AAA in like quotation marks, right? That shit doesn't mean what it used to, man. And I think we're lesser for it, you know. And like there used to be an expected level of polish, but now it's just regurgitating over and over again. And I know this is all profit-driven incentive. We're getting into like another anti-capitalist rant, but I like games, man. I'm not following up on, you know, all of the Stop Oil controversy, okay? But if they come for my games, that's whenever I take the red pill and I wake the fuck up, Samurai. You know, that's whenever I bomb the the towers. The nuclear bomb that Johnny Silverhand dropped. Not, I shouldn't have added an S to that. Oh man, no. And I can't remember the name. Was it Kawasaki? It was something like that. Oh no. Oh, the shovel just keeps getting bigger and the hole goes with you, man, and there's no escaping. Once you dig far enough, you're only just going deeper and deeper. That's a great analogy, by the way. Whoever came up with that, big ups. Digging yourself a hole, it's such a good, like, mental image of the process of just non-stop fucking up. Oh man, it's pretty good. We should give that guy like a Nobel Prize, because he didn't he didn't do a ding dong. He didn't press the doorbell. Nobel Prize, you get it? Is this anything? Are we still here just to suffer? All right, so no Cromorax today, it seems, because we're kind of getting near the end of the stream. Soon here. Got another 33 minutes to go. But man, can I just say, being able to farm the farmery, this feels damn good, brother. It's just a lot of chest openings. You know what I need to do next? I need to find out how to farm the claptrap chest, I think. The claptrap mission chest. Because that guy gives you, like, the chests are just all in one area, right? And you can just run through, open them all, and they have like a high chance for legendaries. That could be our Unforgiven farming spot. Because I don't know, the farmery is not really agreeing with us, but at the same time we have done, I mean, we got the fireball. Oh, you know what? We stay here until we get all of the Iridian weapons, and then we can consider switching to another DLC to farm legendaries, because those two Iridian sons of guns, those two little you know whats, they only drop in DLC 3, unfortunately. Now, could we potentially get it with the Lilith breakthrough? That's what I'm hoping for. Ooh, is this slightly better? No, this one has all the skills. Okay. I wish you could. There's like a button in the other games to like compare your active. Okay, that's like the best place we could have done that in. Oh yeah, we have this now, so we could have maybe gone back up there. Never mind, never mind. We have always been chilling. You know what words are coming out of my mouth. What was I saying again? Oh yeah, the DLCs. I think we'll move on to one of them at some point. And again, I don't want to be farming legendaries. This is literally just trying to get an Unforgiven masher right now. That's all I'm looking for. And as soon as we get that, we try Chromorax again. And then if we fail, we start rolling. It's as simple as that. I just need a character. And again, with this deck now, with this little tech, we might be able to have a little bit of a better time fighting Chromorax. And for tomorrow, for sure, we're definitely giving that a few tries. I don't know how many just yet, but we are gonna be we're gonna get him once, and we're getting that achievement. And then as soon as we do, ooh, masher me. Not good, not good enough. Sorry. I don't know why I picked it up. It's simply a reflex, I think. I see masher, I must grab. You guys ever are very particular about your keybinds in video games? Because I definitely do. My ass has chosen keybinds for every situation. And so whenever I open up a new game, the first thing that's happening is, whoa, oh yeah, I needed to go up. My brain took over there. My subconscious was like, you need to do this. I thought, oh shit, I accidentally pressed it. And then I started going up and I was like, wait, am I not already at the top floor? Oh man. Brain works in mysterious ways, folks. What was I talking? It's gone. It's gone and there's nothing I can do about it. It's a good one too. Shit's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna make, from now on until forever, I'm gonna make a conscious effort to attempt and keep whatever I'm talking about at the forefront of my mind. Even if we get distracted, we're turning on, we're creating a new neural pathway, okay? This is a promise I'm making for me and you and me. Now, would some people say that I should have maybe started that a while ago? Yeah, we could have definitely filled a little bit more airtime if that was the case. But, look, like I've been saying. We're evolving, okay? We're getting out of the water. Ooh, that's a legendary. We're getting out of the water and we're learning how to swim in this land of ours, okay? Cyclops? Cyclops! Let's go! New weapon! Sick. We are, dude, we have what? 4 and then 6, 11? 15? We have... Yeah, we have 15 legendaries to go until we've collected everything in the game. Pretty sick for a guy like me. And then I would say then we can only start opening the crimson chests, but not until we get the Unforgiven, okay? Till then we're always a slave to these guys, but I'm already starting to like remember and map out where each one of the crimson chest ones are. Now, is it wishful thinking that I'm actually gonna remember it? Yeah, absolutely. I cannot guarantee it, but I'm hoping that I'll have like a somewhat, you know, once we do it once or twice, the route will be burned into my brain. You guys, any special interest guys over there? Look, whenever I get into a new game and I'm really into it, I'll start researching a lot of stuff about the game after I've like experienced it, you know, naturally first. And then the knowledge just starts pouring in. There's so much like useless like hard drive space in my brain that's occupied with random facts about games that if I go back to, I'll know. Like to this day, I still know quite a few legendaries in Borderlands 2, even though it just serves me no purpose. You know, for the series it does. You never know when the knowledges might come back, but you know, I still know probably the moveset of a lot of League of Legends characters. Which, it's crazy. Like, how many characters were out at the time that I was playing? Like, maybe 120 or some shit like that. I could, if you show me a picture of them, I could probably tell you everything that they do. It's insane, man. Gaming is, again, it exercises you in ways you didn't think were previously possible. Oh man, I hope that the mods that I know that they had the red guns and stuff, but I hope that they don't lower the chances of like legendaries appearing or anything like that. I don't think so. In fact, if anything, I think it would be the opposite, because they're not necessarily balanced. But looks like I've gotten like a good shield. Is it like hard purple? It is. So it's like we're very close to like the maximum capacity. Like it's gonna be rare for us to find something that beats it, I think. Also, I'm quite happy with how speedily we're making our way through the vault at this point. I feel like we have our. That's the thing, right? Whenever you start getting lulled into, and not a sense of safety, because this is actually like just us being good gamers. You started to be able to do things at the same time, right? Because you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again, and you're looking for the same guns over and over again. And so you can you get into almost like this relaxation state, or like a meditative state, where you know you're doing a repetitive task, and so your brain is like somewhat engaged, but it does give you a little bit of not hard drive space, but you know, RAM, to focus on other tasks. Maybe your CPU, your multi-threaded CPU, can use those threads to do something else. What is multi-threads, by the way? Is it like literally like if you like put a macroscope to the circuit board, there are like it's interwoven fabric in there? Also, you guys know those non-conductive liquids, like alcohol or some shit, that people sometimes submerge their PCs in? You guys see that guy on YouTube that does like super high quality videos that built a computer that goes like into a fucking pond in his backyard to be fully water cooled? That shit's cool as hell, man. I wish I had the tenacity to do that. Did you guys ever see Homeless? Dude, there's some Okay, there's two creators out there. This guy that I don't know the name of, and then there's Mr. Homeless or whatever his name is. He makes some crazy PC builds slash ways to play games. I think when it all started was like using bananas to play Siege or something, and he would like just tie like 6 bananas to like, you know, WASD. And play a game with that, or play the game with his mind as well. Isn't there a creator that also managed to beat like the Dark Souls or Elden Ring with just her mind as well? People really do be going to those games where you need like every ounce of attention and, you know, skill possible, and they just be like, but what if it required more? People are never happy, okay? People are always looking for the next thing. Now, do I necessarily blame them? Absolutely not, okay? We need to be on that treadmill. Stasis and homeostasis is your enemy. And it will lead to you decroding, okay? You need to always be on the move. You can never think. You see that video of Dr. K? Is it Dr. K? Am I crazy? It's not Mr. K. Mr. Clay is another guy entirely. But Dr. K, he's like from Healthy Gamer GG. Highly recommend. He's like a psychiatrist who used to like help rich people to feel his altruistic efforts. What a fucking G, by the way, for doing that. Ooh, we're doing this in record speed time, baby. I'm gonna lower the music a little bit because it's starting to get to me. Oh, never mind. I forgot that my audio settings are all kinds of fucked up. Okay, so we go down here. We have an invisible wall that we simply jump over via the pipes. And Bob is your uncle. Damn it. Damn it. Oh yeah, Dr. K, Healthy Gamer. I told you I was gonna make an effort. You see that video where he talks about how you know, we keep moving, we avoid stillness because your brain can't be properly, like, you can't ignore a part that needs to be healed. It will always like get triggered at some point, like, you know, with people PTSD and stuff like that, and just trauma in general. Always looking for something new to do. To keep their brains occupied, to hopefully ignore the crux of the issue. And it's not like the most healthy way to approach it. Which, you know, if you think about it, makes sense, but it's still like screwed up that we, you know, it's such an effort, right? Like whenever something traumatic happens, it takes so much effort into like rewriting the way your brain works. You guys ever think that we are not living in a simulation, but our brains are a little bit like, you know, AI in a way? We're always like putting new commands in and trying to get it to act in a specific way so that we can easily just enter an auto mode. There's something to that, man. It's you gotta heal it, you know? You gotta go through the therapeutic process. You guys ever think about the etymology of therapy? I haven't, but I guess appy is like, you know, doing something? Like apiary? No. I'll leave that one to the scholars. This is not some idle talk shit. This is some real brain using moments that I'm simply not there for yet. Dude, the hunger is starting to consume me. I'm feeling, I think since my breakfast involved just an energy drink and a donut. Oh man, imagine if that was a damn masher, dude. Imagine. Also, why are we not getting like any level 69 weapons, bro? What's happening? This game hates my ass?
You want me to share, huh?
I don't necessarily want you to share Mordecai. Oh yeah, also, by the way, you might be thinking to yourself, he's gonna forget to do the character thing again. I meant to show this like at the beginning of the stream, and maybe I did. It's been like 2.5 hours, and so I might have forgotten. But look at this. I went online and I saw what the original Mordecai looks like, and I believe this is it. And it's supposed to be Final Kai. So yeah, this is probably the one that we're gonna be riding on for the rest of the playthrough. No more switching, because you know, at this point we are just looking for a specific thing, and there's not a lot of you know, excitement going on anymore. Oh, another Cyclops. Welcome to the party. Ooh, this is a new one too, baby. Vengeance. Let's go. Where are you, Mr. Vengeance? Did I already skip you? There you are. Vengeance. Knock that off the old list. Amazing. No! Oh. Oh. That could have been pretty bad if you're not aware. That would have meant that this entire bit that we're doing here, farming the armory, would have been completely over. So now, is this anything to do with the fact that I'm like as slouched as I can on my chair? Not forward, mind you. You guys ever? I'm a weird chair sitter, right? I am. I don't conform to norms. I'm not like other guys. So I have the gremlin pose, and I know that many of us out there in the world do. I'm wasting a little bit of my time looking at some of these weapons when I definitely shouldn't be. I need to test out this. It's less damage, so it doesn't matter. I'm a little bit of a gremlin sitter, right? I have like weird poses that I like to sit on. Most of them involving my feet in some like weird position, like underneath my ass or something like that. And this might not be. Look again, right? We are adults and we are like conversing as adults, right? We need to be able to talk about topics without it always being like a point of contention or just you know, for evil. So back where I used to grow up, and again, the way the language evolves and the way that people talk, you know, it's not going to be, it might not conform to, you know, PC English standards, but it's simply like a fact, right? And I don't mean this as an excuse to talk about this type of stuff. Again, the preamble is only here to cover a couple of bases. I know people are gonna say you shouldn't say that anyways, right? And it's not even like, the more I build up on, and this is something I like doing, by the way. I like building up on something that isn't necessarily controversial, but then just blowing out of proportion, that whenever you actually say it, it's not that bad of a thing. Violator, hold. That's the other pistol that we need. Let's go. So sitting with your legs crossed, in my language of origin, in my mother tongue, is called indigenous sitting. And I've always liked that. I like having those root in the language, because it's definitely not like a bad way of saying things. At least I don't know what the roots is. Maybe it started out as like, you know, a way to derogatorily say, oh, you're not sitting proper. But as it moved on, it just became like the term, right? And I kind of like that sometimes. Whenever something that is used derogatorily gets newfound powers. And again, I have no idea if it is. It makes sense if it is. But because it's the language of the country and not necessarily of the conquerors, it means that it's been repurposed, right? It means that it's attained new meaning, and so I really enjoyed that. I enjoy whenever, you know, it's no longer said in in a way that means you are, you know, doing something bad. It's simply describing the position. And I like that, man. I think we could evolve more as a society if we integrated those terms into something not necessarily positive, right? Like, we don't want to just completely erase history, right? There's a bit of a precedent there, in a literal sense, and in a metaphorical sense. But yeah, getting language to evolve a little bit and using these terms that maybe at one time were used, you know, badly to then become a descriptor of something. It's great. It's adding a factual sense to the word that removes its emotional charge. Maybe, again, maybe not for everyone, right? Maybe some people will still be uncomfortable in hearing or talking about a certain topic. But I think that's a little bit a step in the, not necessarily the right direction, but in a progressive direction, I guess, is what I should say. Because then not only does it remove the power of it being a bad thing, to a certain extent, but it also adds, therefore, like a new meaning to it, right? So I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that. I like it. I think removing something entirely, like, it will happen naturally in the future anyways, right? Like, we don't say your anymore unless we're trying to make fun of people of your, right? Like, words will fall out of style. I just want to have a little bit more of a contemporary use for things that are in the vocabulary that, you know, within the same couple of generations that are all intermingling with one another. Because there's always, what, 4 or 5 generations that are always existing at the same time? Like, there's still some people that were born in, like, the 20s, right? So that's what, the Roaring 20s. And then we got the 30s. Did something happen in the 30s other than, like, Prohibition? Just more war, right? We were still doing a little war. And then 40s, that's like boomers, right? Or boomers is like 50s, but also like tail end of 40s, right? And maybe it covers both of those generations or both of those decades because there was so much fucking and not so much dying. That's why they're called baby boomers, by the way. If you didn't know, the use for the terminology, it's because there was a boom in the amount of babies being born. There you go, a little bit of a factoid for you. Very simple history lesson, but you know, not everybody pays attention whenever they're 10 years old. So yeah, and then what? It was Woodstock. Am I moving too quickly? Woodstock seems right to me, right? 60s and 70s. Maybe Generation X is another term. So how many are we at now? Like 4 or 5? And then we have millennials, zoomers, and alpha, right? So it's at what, 8 generations all communicating and existing simultaneously? So it's crazy, huh? Whoa. I don't know if I die if I stay under there, but I was a little scared. I don't want to get pancaked. Yeah, damn. It's a lot, right? And isn't it, don't we have only like 20 I guess those aren't generations in the terms of people generations. Those are just like politically divided, I guess, or historically divided generations. So not necessarily generations in its you know, raw Platonian reference to it. You know what I'm talking about? It's interesting to think about, man. That, you know, there's a little bit of so much changing, so much culture shift, you know, so much culture shock too. And it's crazy how much it changes, because like, again, right, you're a product of the place or of when you're born in, and so you don't think it's that weird to change from the previous generation to this generation, or to your generation, should I say? But it is crazy that, again, like, I don't know, like, radical, right? How much of that was like for the boomers or Generation X, hearing the millennials, the 90s kids say, whoa, that's radical, brother. Butcher! Let's go, fresh meat. It's a Diablo 2 reference for you. Let's go. That's another tick. But yeah, we're talking about generations. We're talking about, oh yeah. So going from like, you know, radical to cool to sick, and then all of a sudden going to skibbity. This is because this is no longer like, you know, just part of the zeitgeist as a means of like it being used in traditional media, I guess, right? Like it's not just movies using it and you know, Grease setting the tone for an entire generation and Footloose. This is you know, the Sigma, and you need to be very online, right? Like before you just needed to maybe watch movies or read books, but now with the amount of content in the internet, it's a little difficult to keep up with, right? Like I know I've said this before, but you know, memes used to feel so much simpler back then, right? Like it was very chill. You know, it was very basic. It was all very relatable. I don't want to be here yet. I want to get out. You know, it's very simple, very relatable, very, you know, very PG, I guess, in many ways. And now it's just all it's all screwed up, man. That's all I can say, really. All right, give me 1 second. So we've been live for 180 minutes, give or take. So I'm just dividing it in my head a little bit. So let's do 180 by 45. Beautiful. Okay, that neatly places it in a good position to end the stream when it is appropriate, I think. Let's just quickly check something. Let's check our recordings. Because, again, this is my first stream that is long form, that I'm using the new system. Yeah, okay, so we're reaching the end of it for sure. Because I want to keep things tidy. I have, like, an automatic system for dividing it. I definitely shouldn't have. And I should maybe, like, set a key to do that for me. But what can I say? I'm a sucker for automation. At a personal level, please, artists, still make art for me. We might be able to open. I don't think I want to go that far. Actually, I think this might be a good place to end it. So, thank you everybody for showing up. I've definitely felt a little bit better about this stream. I'm in my Zen mode. You gotta get frustrated once to then realize that it's not that big of a deal, right? You slowly approach, and now with this beautiful rocket ship stuff, thanks for the mod creator. You can find it in the description for both YouTube and Twitch. And as always, you can follow my current progress of all the legendaries I've acquired, both on all the descriptions that are available. You can find out more about my schedule in the description, and in terms of engagement farming, if you like the video, hit that sweet button. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Everything is divided into nice little playlists for you. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I had great fun. I had farming. Hopefully we get the Unforgiven next session. I think that's kind of like where we're gonna be. I like having like a fully made character done. Like, we get the Unforgiven, we get the Kairos' weapon, and then Bob's your uncle, right? So yeah, that's the plan for the next couple of episodes. So if you want to skip straight to, using the power of the future, if by the time you're watching this video, the Roland series is already out there, and you don't really care about seeing me finish off Mordecai and kill Cromrax, don't do anything you don't put your mind to it, Don't worry about watching every single video, because we're not producing gold here, okay? At best, we're like putting out a piece of copper like every 40 minutes or so. So you don't feel bad about missing an episode, okay? Go watch what you want to watch. Yeah. Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you for the chatters for chatting. Thank you, you for watching the videos. I've been having some really nice comments on the YouTube videos recently. I appreciate people engaging with the content, and yeah, hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.